Welcome everyone. Today I wanted to make a quick video about Goguen. So Goguen is one of the projects that Cardano is working on. You can see it on the Cardano roadmap. And specifically in Goguen, I wanted to talk about the sidechains. And if you look at sidechains right now, as of today, it's about 80% complete. The project's 80% complete. It's under the review stage right now. So they've really done a lot of research on this, and it's progressing rather quickly. And the reason why I think that sidechains is important is because when this feature is implemented into Cardano, there's going to be no forking Cardano just to add new features into the blockchain. And apparently you'll be able to move ADA from the main chain to sidechains back to the main chain without compromising the network or without having to fork Cardano into Cardano Lite or Cardano Cash or whatever Cardano next level system that someone wants to fork in order to create new rules for the system, which is great. There's some kind of autonomy. I don't want to pick on Bitcoin because I love Bitcoin, but we know that this whole forking thing, it gets annoying after a while. The Bitcoin Cash, that's great, but once you're on the 15th Bitcoin derivation, you're like, what's happening? What's happening? And another problem with forking that's people have just never explained, isn't this technically inflation? Bitcoin is supposed to be a deflationary currency, but we have 21 million Bitcoin, and let's take Bitcoin Cash because that's the most notable Bitcoin fork. So we have Bitcoin and then Bitcoin Cash. You have 21 million Bitcoin Cash as well, created once the chain forked. So everyone that had Bitcoin on the main chain all of a sudden had Bitcoin on Bitcoin Cash as well. So, you have coins that were created out of thin air. Isn't this inflation? Wasn't the cryptocurrency community trying to run away from banks, the monetary system, the fiat system because of inflation? So all of these different forks, everyone is entitled to just random money just thrown in the air. And I think that ultimately, it kind of dilutes the main currency. It brings market cap value away from the main branch and puts it into subsidiary branches. Bitcoin Private, Bitcoin God, Bitcoin Super, Bitcoin Diamond. There are tons of Bitcoin forks, and they will continue to fork Bitcoin because you can do it. It's in the rules. You can do it. But I argue that over time, this dilutes the currency and it leads to some sort of inflation, and money's being lost and gained in this chain, lost in this chain. And people are maybe lose the money because they can't differentiate between Bitcoin Diamond and Bitcoin God or Bitcoin Super, or Bitcoin Gold. So I'm not 100% sure what the purpose is. We ran away from inflation and we're going to a deflationary currency, but the deflationary currency can fork whenever it has a split in the community. So I expect as time progresses, there will be even more dissent within the community because there's not a governance system within Bitcoin. It's run independently. There's no one in charge. But over time, we know how human beings behave. We can't agree on anything. So I believe that, there needs to be a healthy level of governance. You don't want to have a totalitarian type of governance where they're making all the decisions for you. But at the same time, you need some kind of governance to just keep people together, because it's that whole concept of community that, once a community gets too big, it forks away from a different community. So, moving forward, I think that Cardano implementing sidechains is going to be great for Cardano long term. I mean, we're thinking about decades in advance. We're talking about 10, 20, 30 years in advance. What cryptocurrencies will be around by the time 2030 comes around? Do you want to have 50 derivations of Cardano, or do you just want to have Cardano? But I guarantee you there will be maybe hundreds, if not thousands, of derivations of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin can be forked. And this is not a knock against Bitcoin, because I love Bitcoin. I really think that it's going to continue to progress. It's going to continue to gain value. It is a great store of value. You know, they have the Lightning Network coming, but you know, even with this, it's like, when is it coming? Because there's no governance, there's no real roadmap. It could come tomorrow, it could come in 5 years, it could come in 10 years. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But let me know what your thoughts are on Sidechains. Once again, it's 80% complete. So Cardano team is working. And let me know if you think it's important for Cardano's blockchain to be unforkable. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.